we are here with Mr. Friedman Fries. How are you? Okay? Good?
Yes, I'm okay. It's fine here. A bit busy, but yeah.
Every time, every designer has their own way of capturing the first spark. What comes first for you? An elegant mechanic, a compelling setting, or maybe a wild what-if moment, a dream you had to create your games?
What-if moments are very important for me. There is very often, but the problem is, there is sometimes a very compelling new mechanic in this what-if moment. If you say, what if a mechanic would do that? But sometimes it is, what if a theme would be like that? So, and my strongest games when in a sudden it clicks together. When I found a theme with a great mechanic or a great mechanic that inspires me for a great theme, then it's, oh, now I have to work. This is the most thing that happens.
You have designed both solo, very good solo experiences like Friday,
Yes.
but also complex multiplayer games like Power Grid.
Yes.
How does your design approach and differ from creating one kind of games to another?
First of all, I really like to play with a bigger crowd, like Power Grid is with auctions, and so this is kind of fine for me. I'm not much into this multiplayer solitaire games. Therefore, if I have something like that, I make it a solitaire, because you already play it solitaire. And if I sit on a table and I'm just dealing only with myself, and the others are just kind of disturbing because I have to wait for my next turn. Why should I play this game with these guys? So I like to have these. Therefore, I made a lot of trick-taking, small card games. They are very interactive, very social. Power Grid has this interactive idea of auctioning, so I try to involve interactive mechanisms for multiplayer games. If I want to have really crunchy decision space, then I find solo game more appealing to me, because then I don't have to be impolite to let the others wait, or to be impatient to wait for the others. So it's both. Yeah.
Your games, such as the Power Grid, we're always the other players playing, but you are always looking what he will do. That because it's very important to be not out of the game. That's very interesting.
I really like it if you're really involved, even if the other players are doing the turns. Yeah. And auction is a nice thing because you bid, and the bidding is interesting because in the very close moment in Power Grid, I own this power plant, but a second later somebody else owns it in the moment. But a second later I own it again. It's just like this feeling of. And this is very, yeah.
Lots of plot twists, not just the ending, but during the game.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah.
In Europe, board games have been a commonplace for many years,
Yeah.
right? But Brazil, we just started 10 to 15 years, the modern games.
Yeah.
How do you see this evolving market?
It feels like Brazil is evolving fast right now. It's just growing fastly. It is just there are so many new companies contacting us. My company for licensing games. So we have 3 partners with Ludofund, with Conclave, and with Galapagos. So I really feel that something happening here. And yeah, this DOF here is growing every year. So and Brazil is a very huge country, so there are many possibilities here for gamers. Yeah, so I think that you will catch up.
Hopefully, yeah. There is a lot of humor in your games, right? From fearsome flowers to Felix the Cat.
Yes.
And how important is the humor in your design philosophy?
It is very much depending on the theme. In Power Grid, there's not so much humor because the theme it's so dense and it's so depending to the game. But sometimes, like I made the Fish and Frikadellen game, which is more or less an abstract pick up and deliver game. But I added a lot of humor to make it fluid, to make it fun. So sometimes in the beginning I worked a lot with Maura as an artist, and he is just adding a lot of this humoristic artwork, which helps for the games. So sometimes it is kind of important that I have these humoristic artworks for sometimes the mechanics are. So Felix the Cat is a very abstract mechanism of, okay, I do an auction for something I do not know what the worth is. And in passing, I give information to the others. So this is an interactive, very interesting mechanic. But itself, it is not very funny. It's just a good thing to play. And with these cats and with this dog, so it makes it more, it makes it more appealing.
And the last question is, could you share a little bit about your currently developing games or planning to release next?
So first of all, we stand here for Fishing, and Fishing was my last trick-taking game, which is very successful, and a lot of people like it and love it. And I have a follow-up for Trick Taker, which is Fearless, and Fearless we already put it on Board Game Geek, and I have a copy here. I don't know when I will have an appointment there, then we might show it to the public here. First time ever, world premiere. And I just announced the Formidable Farm game, which will come for Essen, which is a very straightforward. You get a lot of orders and you have to fulfill them, but for each order you fulfill, you get a benefit. So it's a very fast game for combos. It's just a comboing thing. You build up, you get a lot of these cards, and you really have to find the best path to combo these cards for winning.
Really interesting, really interesting. Thank you for your time. People really love your game around the world, and it's a dream to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you.